Menchi B. Irigan. At Rojin Jinto Lekitan. Armin Nocio.
Good day everyone. My name is Rojin Ginto Lagitan from Bsed 1 Filipino.
The Netiquette and the Computer Ethics.
The Netiquette and the Computer Ethics. Overview. The Netiquette and the Computer Ethics discusses about the ethical issues in the field of computer, may it be in online or practicing in professional. Objectives. At the end of this module, you should be able to discuss the importance of being a responsible netizen by following the rules of common courtesy online and the informal rules of the road of cyberspace. Discuss the difference between privacy and security. Explain various risks to internet privacy. What is netiquette? Simple stated, it's network etiquette. That is the etiquette of cyberspace, and etiquette means the form of requires by good breeding or prescribed by authority to be required in social or official life. Netiquette or network etiquette is concerned with the proper way to communicate in an online environment. Consider the following rules adapted from Virginia Shay's The Core Rules of Netiquette whenever you communicate in the virtual world. When you use email, instant messenger, video calls, or discussion boards to communicate with others online, please be sure to follow the rules of professional online communications known as netiquette. These rules will help you communicate with instructors, classmates, and potential employers more effectively and will help you prevent misunderstanding.
Remember the golden rule.
Good day everyone, my name is Amit Tinersio from Bsed 1 Filipino. Remember the golden rule. Even though you may be interacting with a computer screen, you are communicating with a real person who will react to your message. Make a good impression, treat others with the same respect that you would like to receive, and avoid confrontational or offensive language. To help convey meaning with creative messages, it is sometimes acceptable to include appropriate emoticon symbols such as a smiley face. However, for professional communications, this would be inappropriate.
Avoid slang, acronyms, and text talk.
Avoid slang, acronyms, and text talk. Communicating effectively in college and business environments require the use of correct terminology, spelling, and grammar that can easily be understood. For example, use your Y-O-U-R instead of your U-R.
Avoid screaming in typed messages.
Avoid screaming in typed messages. Typing an enter message using all capital letters is known as screaming. It is distracting and generally frowned upon in professional environments. It is better to draw emphasis to selected words or phrases by using italic or bold text, using a different color for text or background color, or denoting emphasis using special characters. Example, important.
Proofread your messages before sending them.
Proofread your messages before sending them. Proofreading your messages before you send them is a best practice for effective and efficient communications. Strive to make your communications concise and free of any spelling and grammar errors, confusing terms or phrases that could be misunderstood, errors of omission such as missing content or recipients, errors in accuracy of information.
Exercise good judgment when sharing information with others online.
Exercise good judgment when sharing information with others online. Email and chat messages that you send or receive are considered private and should not be forwarded or copied to others without gaining the consent of all involved participants. In general, messages posted to discussion boards and social media sites can be read by the public. You may never know who might read or share what you post. It is a good practice to always ask a post author for permission before sharing a post with other parties. To protect your privacy and safety, do not share online any sensitive personal information such as your home address or phone number, personal conversations, social plans such as vacations, financial information, username, passwords, or hints. Anything personal that you would not want shared by others over the internet. If the material you share with others online came from another source, make every effort to gain permission from the original author or copyright holder. Copying someone else's work and passing it off as your own is plagiarism. It damages your reputation and could subject you to serious academic and legal consequences.
Respect diversity and viewpoints.
Respect diversity and viewpoints. Be constructive and respectful when sharing opinions, beliefs, criticisms, or responding to those of others in the conversation. When sharing a viewpoint that differs from someone else, it is a best practice to first acknowledge the person by briefly restating what he or she said. But in your own word, this let the person know that you are listening and trying to understand them. When presenting an opinion or criticism, it is helpful to use phrases that identify to whose point of view you are referring. If the opinion is you can begin with the phrase "in my experience" or "in my opinion."
Good day everyone, my name is Bsed Bsed 1 Filipino.
10 Commandments of Computer Ethics.
10 Commandments of Computer Ethics. Rule number 1.
Rule 1.
Remember the human when communicating electronically, whether through email, instant message, discussion, post, text, or some other method. Practice the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others unto you. Remember, your written words are read by real people, all deserving of respectful communication.
Rule 2.
Rule number 2. Adhere to the same standards of behavior online that you follow in real life. While it can be argued the standards of behavior may be different in the virtual world, they certainly should not be lower. You should do your best to act within the laws and ethical manners of society whenever you inhabit cyberspace. Would you behave rudely to someone face to face? On most occasions, no. Either should you behave this way in the virtual world.
Rule 3.
Rule number 3. Know you are in cyberspace. Netiquette varies from domain to domain, depending on where you are in the virtual world. The same written communication can be acceptable in an area where it might be considered inappropriate in another. What you text to a friend may not be appropriate in email to a classmate or colleague. Can you think for another example?
Rule number 4.
Rule number 4. Respect other people. Time and bandwidth. Electronic communication takes time to read and time which to respond. Most people today lead busy lives, just like you do, and don't have time to respond to frivolous emails or discussion posts. As a virtual world communicator, it is your responsibility to make sure that the time spent reading your words isn't wasted. Make your written communication meaningful and to the point, without extraneous text or superfluous graphics or attachment that may take forever to download.
Rule 5.
Rule number 5. Make yourself look good online. Writing physical state age you, one of the best things about your virtual world is the lack of judgment associated with your physical appearance, sounds of your voice, or the clothes you wear. Unless you post a video of yourself singing karaoke in clown outfit, you will, however, be judged by the quality of your writing, so keep the following tips in mind. Always check for spelling and grammar errors. Know what you're talking about and state it clearly. Be pleasant and polite.
Rule 6.
Rule number 6. Share expert knowledge. The internet offers its user many benefits. One is the ease in which information can be shared or accessed. In fact, this information sharing capability is one of the reasons the internet was founded. So in the spirit of internet founding fathers, share what you know. When you pose a question and receive intelligent answer, share the result with others. Are you an expert at something? Post resources and reference about your subject matter. Recently expanded your knowledge about subject that might be of interest to others. Share.
Rule 7.
Rule number 7. Help keep flame wars under control. What is meant by flaming and flame wars? Flaming is what people do when they express a strongly held opinion without holding back any emotion. As an example, think of the kinds of passionate comments you might read on a sport blog. While flaming is not necessarily forbidden in virtual communication, flame wars when 2 or 3 people exchange angry posts between one another must be controlled. The group could be compromised. Don't feed the flames, extinguish them by guiding discussion back to a more productive direction. Rule number 8. Respect other people's privacy depending on what you are reading in virtual world, be it an online class discussion forum, Facebook page, or an email. You may be exposed to some private or personal information that needs to be handled with care. Perhaps someone is sharing some medical news about a loved one or discussing a situation at work. What do you think would happen if this information got into the wrong hands? Embarrassment, hurt feelings, loss of a job, just as you expect others to respect your privacy. So, should you respect the privacy of others, be sure the side of caution when deciding to discuss or not discuss virtual communication.
Rule 9.
Rule number 9. Don't abuse your power just like in face-to-face situations. There are people in cyberspace who have more power than others. They have more expertise in technology, or they have years of experience in a particular skill or subject matter. Maybe it's you who possess all this knowledge and power. Just remember, knowing more than others do, or having more power than others may have, does not give you the right to take advantage of anyone. Think of Rule 1. Remember, human.
Rule 10.
Rule number 10. Be forgiving of others people's mistake. Not everyone has the same amount of experience working in the virtual world, and not everyone knows the rules of Netiquette. At the same point, you will see a stupid question, read a unnecessary long response, or encountered words. When this happens, practice kindness and forgiveness as you would hope someone would do if you had committed the same offense.
We are the Group 4. Thank you for watching, and mabuhay.